What I have is my personal knowledge and opinion. Only law is universe. Hey, I'm Shay, and this is. Hey, Shay, come talk to me.
Hey, ShAyee.
So today we have a special guest who goes by the name of
Ari.
and today we're gonna pretty much speak on family dynamics. Now, this is somebody who is a good friend of mine. I felt like she was a good person to talk to about this because I do know that she has gone through a lot of different things when it comes to family. So I felt like she would be a great person to discuss this with and really be able to just give a good little perspective on these few questions that I have on today. So, I'm gonna let you give them a quick little background, whatever it is that you want to say to introduce yourself.
All right. Hi. My name is Ari. I am very known for giving people advice and having a good outlook on life and talking about family situations, shall I say. I would say that I'm glad she chose me for this podcast because right now it's a time where we're going through right now that family is essential in our lives, but also in some people's lives, they are having a lot of difficulties and problems and, a whole lot of chaos going on. So this is a good subject to speak on.
Most definitely, most definitely. So I want to kind of start it out with something that I feel is a problem a lot of times in families. And right now, of course, being cooped up in the house with your family members, sometimes the past can start coming up and causing conflict and all of that not so great stuff. So my first question would pretty much be, have you ever experienced negative or positive favoritism in your family? It can be it can be your
Ooh, it's okay.
intermediate family or, just in general.
Well, you and I both know that I have experienced positive and negative input from my family. So I would say this, that we're going to start with the positive first. Let's give everybody a positive outlook right now.
Let's go.
Okay, so starting off, the positive side is just my family is very comical and sweet, caring, loving, and just bluntly honest is what I would say. But then we're going to get into the negative. You see how I breathe right there when I say that?
Yeah, you just slid right into it.
Okay, we're gonna slide right into it. But basically, I would say more of dysfunctional, and I would say just a little unbalanced. But family is family, and family is always going to be there, even when you feel like you can't come to family. You know what I mean? My situation is I just bump heads with certain family members, and I had to learn to. My strategy is not giving my energy. I think a lot of people need to try this strategy. Not giving your energy, meaning don't respond. Don't give them the satisfaction of confrontation, whether it's verbal or physical.
Yes.
And so I would say my most recent negative um, situation was just basically people speaking out of term in family. Let's talk about that. People out of term when it comes to family. Now, I'm not saying that you have to disrespect your family, but do stand on your word, stand your ground, and tell them in the most polite way, in the most without using um bull is what I would say, and just basically be honest. If you be honest with yourself and be honest with others, then run a bit more smoothly. But it's the way you be honest. Because some people, me, I curse a lot, so you know we keeping it professional today because we're gonna curse on here. But basically, I would say that to bring more positivity in family, like in the family dynamic, it would be more so like you have to open up and actually tell your family member how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't agree, sometimes you can say things that move people. Sometimes you can say things that sits on the team, and they can think about it and come. If you handle it
All right, so hold on. All right, so we have the bad
for
connection. You cutting out a little bit on me.
bad, we have a little bad connection right now, you guys. It's a little sorry for the inconvenience, but right now, with the 5G going on, we can't win for losing. I want to add a little humor to it, very professionally, guys. I want to add a little humor because right now we need humor, like I said, go with the things going on today in life. And speaking on family is a very touchy subject. So therefore, we need a little humor. And that's what's good about actually having podcasts and listen to, motivational speeches and stuff like that. Whether it's about life, whether it's about success, whether it's about goals, Sometimes we need to hear those encouraging words from people so we can handle our own situation. Because you know how you actually give people advice and they say, I'm talking to somebody out there. I know I'm that subject. And you be raising your hand through the screen like me. You talking? Because I've had that problem. That situation happened really not too long ago. And basically, that's what happened. It's like she was speaking to me, but not physically, not verbally, like face to face, but through a virtual aspect. She was
So, well, let me ask you this. I understand that you spoke about the positives and a little bit about the negatives. I also wanted to ask you, would you raise your children on the same principles that you were raised on?
basically, I would, yes, raise them on the same principles because I'm a very bright, intelligent person today because of the way I was raised. So basically, ability to come to me about any and everything. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to come to my family about certain things.
Oh.
Shall I say? I would raise them the same way, and is that I think what I would change is I would build my kids up in the external sense and the internal sense. You know what I mean? Like basically, they're beautiful, that they could be anything they want. Because I didn't have that whole lot of encouragement as a kid. You know what I mean? I was told that some things I couldn't do, that I would never be able to do. You know what I mean? That I would never this and that, and I would never be a voice for people. And look what I'm doing now. I'm a voice for people, and I'm a good positive influence on a lot of people's lives. So at the end of the day, everything's not true that your family says, and stop dwelling on how a family member thinks about what you're doing and where you're going in life. So that's the thing. I know that's a touchy subject. We're going to get into that in a minute. But it's a real touchy subject when it comes to that. Basically, I would say that whatever you want to do, and teach your kids this as well. Whatever you want to do it. Just do it. Don't think about it. Don't dwell on it. Don't just do what you feel like is going to be successful for you. Not for successful for your parents, because family members, a lot of moms, a lot of dads, a lot of aunties and uncles. that want to be the other family member so bad, want to have life, want to live through what they're going through, you know.
Hmm. So basically, just saying they want to live through you. So what they didn't get to do, they want to kind of put on you, or a lifestyle that they didn't get to live, they
Yeah,
want to see it, done through you.
absolutely, absolutely. I would say this: raise your kids the way you want to, because in raising kids, this is what people don't understand. In raising a child, you have to learn how to mistake. You feel me?
You
Because
have to learn
a
what
first
now?
time, you have to learn in order to get through a mistake. But first time parents, what people don't understand is a first time parent, they're gonna go through those mistakes. They're gonna, have those, iffy moments. But that's why I say raise your kids the way you feel like they need to be raised. But do a good, raise them the best way you feel like you know how. But always allow people, and it is not just family.
Okay, because I was going to say
My bad.
sometimes you don't know what you're doing, so you need a
Yeah,
little more help.
yeah, exactly. Because it takes a village to raise a child, which is true. Because what you don't understand, sometimes it's even strangers that come by to help you raise them. Well, that's a. But
I
anyways,
mean, I feel like a lot of times if you think about your life, there's a lot of stuff that you learn from people that stuck with you, people that you didn't even know that stuck with you for a long time. Just seeing a simple gesture. So I can most definitely say that.
that's and I understand that, and I would say another subject I wanted to touch on was scars from the past due to a family member is what I would talk on, because that's what I am battling now. And I would say it's scars from the past. It, just in case y'all didn't hear because of the 5G, but scars from the past due to a family member.
Right.
I'm gonna heavy on me, and it's something that follows me through my everyday life because it's something that makes me so aggressive. It makes me so, bold and strong, as we call it today. We don't call it bossy. We call it a strong woman.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the subject I'm going to touch on is, I would say, stop dwelling off of what a family member told you from the past. Dwelling on the past only clouds your future. It only blocks your future plans and your future goals because you're listening to what a family member told you. Push. You want to do all the amazing things in your life, but you can't because what one family member told you.
Yeah.
And find that faith and just live the way you want to live it, like I without a family member's input. Then, but see, then you listen to a person, you feed off of that energy. That's why I said don't feed into the energy and don't give them your energy. A negative person culture because what they or what they done. Because a lot of people's like, well, my mom, she wasn't good to my dad, so maybe my husband, or my auntie wasn't good to her kids, so maybe I can wait. Because they have this picture perfect life in your eyes, and you feel like you want to be just like them. You got your good, you got your bad, and you got your seldom. You know what I'm saying? You got that one family member that is just good people. You know? I know. We touching some very sensitive subjects. The tissue's ready. We touching the subject. We're gonna touch it today. We're gonna touch it and we're gonna get into it. Okay, so basically you got, like I said, you got your good, you got your bad, you got your seldom. You got the good one that basically does it for everybody, make everybody feel at home, and it's like that every day and don't change. Now you got your bad that don't care what to say, how you feel, if it's sore or not. They really don't care. They say what they say, and they actually put a drug or make an excuse why they are this way.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your seldom. You got your one that's still rocking that boat. You know what I'm saying? They rocking the boat. They don't know what they be. You could be beautiful, and you could be the best. You can't fix the words to say it. It's to even give you that one compliment or that one encouraging word.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, at the end of the day, you just have to tread lightly with some family members. And I know it sounds harsh, but the Lord said basically, we can love our family, but we don't have to be with them every single day. You know what I mean?
The goal, basically, the same thing I was talking to my grandma about, was just to love everybody, but don't put certain people on the pedestal, because sometimes they can also make a whole nother situation happen. But just have
You're right.
love for certain people. Well, not for certain people. Have love for everybody. Be willing to forgive everybody, but don't be a sucker for nobody.
Because if you fall for something, you'll fall for anything. If you fall, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, what we don't understand is the company we keep. That goes with family members too, because if you around a certain family member and they don't bring positivity to your life, of course you might think this is the best auntie you ever had. And family do tend to switch up. Like, that's just period. And so my thing is, I would say family members are. The thing about family members, why it's a touchy subject to me, is because, like I said, for years I have done the top conservative thing family. But another thing I want to touch on, which I'm going to get into that, the thing I want to touch on is stop running from your problems due to family. Because if you run from one situation, you're going to run another one. Because a runner does nothing but run into another problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's it. That's it. We go, and I'm gonna try to pause and simmer on this situation, because I felt it when I said it, because I really need to. Every time I got married, family member, I was like, I'm gonna move here, move a lot to get away from family. And I know it sounds a little harsh, but it's like I come see them on the holidays, birthdays, every month, what I'm saying. What you have to realize is, sometimes just being around family helps you figure what you really want to do. And because sometimes you have that one family member that you've never seen before, that everybody wanted to keep you here for, because they was a real person in the family, but they wanted to keep you here because they were just so honest. They were so thoughtful. But see, in their minds, they were so negative that they couldn't take the energy, because it's too positive for them. It burns, like fire. It burns them just to think this
just so
positive
real,
could be a good outlook.
I'm going to say this, so real to the fact that they going to drop the real jewels that don't nobody want to talk about. That's
exactly. And see, that's the thing. And just like I think Tyler Perry stated it, like he said, when it comes to family problem, if something in this household, because the number one thing you heard when you was a kid was, if something happened in this house, keep it in this house. No, if something happened in this house that hurt me and I need to heal mentally from it, I need to focus and I need to open up, because right now my mental is due to a whole nother situation. But at the end of the day, mental abuse can cloud your future due to family. You know what I mean? Like I said, mental imbalance, you feel me, can cause you to stumble in life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, oh, well, my family member told me I didn't look pretty, so I gotta go, see what society wants me to look like. You know what I'm saying? So once you see what you look like, you still battling the mental. You know what I mean? It's like you got the surgery, you got the breast job, you got the the butt lift and everything. Your mental is still disturbed.
Yep.
It's basically what, yeah. You chasing something that you will never be able to have until you change you. I would say this, like I said, the positive family member that is the influence on your life. Basically, it's the family member that they keep hitting because they're like, oh, she bad, she a bad person, she ain't good to nobody, she was never the best auntie, the best mama, the best, you know. So it's basically the one that opens up those real wounds. You know what I mean? The ones we really need to know about. The reason why our certain family member is so, yeah, basically, yeah.
You want to talk about the reason that you don't like them?
It's the wounds that healed that needed to be uncovered from that aspect, and that's why that person is always hit. But what we don't understand and what we don't realize and what we'll never understand is why such and such. And that's why you have to go to the source. If you remember an episode from Saints and Sinners, remember when, was it Oprah that was in the bar or whatever? The ain't it they kept away from everybody.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like black parents are open-minded?
No. Because it's certain things that you can say to a white mother or father that you can't say to a black mama and dad. Like, oh, you know, well, basically it could be for many reasons. And it's like this. It's like with a black parent, in like, you know how if y'all ever seen the memes, the black mama and the white mama together and how she was fun and how the white mama was fun. So basically, it's like certain things we don't tell a black mother. But like you can't tell a black mother to shut up and then she go on by her business because then you get knocked through the wall.
See, now that's different. That's a line of just being disrespectful. But I'm talking about something as simple as I want to change. Even if you're grown, I want to change my hair color.
Yeah.
And not just asking for their permission, but just having a basic conversation. And then they just go on a tangent of why you don't need to color your hair this way because this and that and this and this, and then it just becomes a whole situation.
A black parent's response is different from a white person's response. Why do
you think that black parents are a little more aggressive?
I would say aggressive and more. I think it's because of some of them is how they're raised. Because you do have some black parents out there that are seldomly kind of like white parents, and they will let their kids do whatever they want to do. But that's where I'm talking about the balance. You know what I'm saying? I would tell my child that color your hair green or purple don't fit them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it don't match your skin tones. We think about our skin tone. We don't want stuff to look crazy on us. That's just basically what it is. Not saying that we personal, but we just basically stating the obvious of ethnicities, basically.
But then when you go back to the thing of telling your kid that they kind of can live their life freely to a degree, why is changing the hair color that important if they like it? Why does it matter how it looks to other people?
And that goes on to basically teaching kids to love themselves, whether they want to color their hair. Now, as a child in your mother's house, our kids are trying to get surgery as teens, as young adults. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to have surgeries like that because they think society is who they are. You know what I'm saying? And that's why so many kids are insecure in themselves. I've met so many beautiful little kids that think that they need so much work done because of how their parents treat them. You know what I'm saying? I've met 5-year-olds themselves, hate themselves. Like, it's really crazy. That's why you got to teach your kids to be, that you got to show them that you love them and also teach them to love themselves.
Well, most definitely agree with that part. Because I feel like that's another thing too. The fact that sometimes they police the wrong things. I feel like when you're raising a child, sometimes you police things that really ain't that deep. And you still teaching your kids to worry about what other people think. Because a lot of times it ain't about, oh, they don't match your skin color. is a whole nother tangent. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother situation that's at play. So I feel like sometimes also that goes back to you wanting your child to live like you want them to live. You know what I'm saying? And though just the hair color is a simple thing, you know, but it kind
They're
of starts
imperfected.
yeah, it's kind of starts from there. So though,
They have an imperfection, even have an imperfection. What I'm saying, but from a family member telling them they're imperfected, they look at it like, oh, well, I need to fix this. They're not even old enough to feel like that yet. They don't have those type of feelings yet until you create those type of feelings. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, because
it's like if I'm not,
other
you're
people
right.
in the world, and you know, and you putting this stuff on these kids, like they ain't even old enough to be worried about how this look or how that look.
Exactly. And it's a lot of people that, like, from the show, let's touch this subject, from Tyler's and Tiara. I know a lot of people notice from that show, from that baby show, that a lot of mothers wanted to be where their child is.
I'm telling you.
So, like, they was pushing them so hard that they lost because they pushing them hard to be like, oh, I wish I could have been this pretty baby. Let me stop. Somebody think I'm calling money. I wish I was this pretty baby that could just win pageants like my child doing. But at the end of the day, just like I seen one prop one time on there, and basically it was this, let's say it was a lesbian couple, okay, and they had a little baby, and they had a prop. And if you're gonna bend that prop up, of course it's not gonna look fancy, smooth when you get there. The child is a child, so she can't make the mistake.
Right.
It's the parents' fault for losing the pageant because the prop wasn't up to par. See, that's what I'm saying. And a lot of things is, another family subject I want to touch on is blaming your kids for everything that happens when they are only kids. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame your kids. And stop. Some of y'all been touching another subject. Some of y'all stop putting your men before your child. Mm-hmm. Whoever done gave y'all this analogy of my husband eats before my child. First of all, if that husband wasn't there, if that boyfriend wasn't there, your kids gonna still be there. Them ones you still gonna have to provide for, still gonna have to take care of. Why in the hell would I feed you before my child? Because kids come first in any aspect, if you ask me.
But I think
now, a lot of people say when you get married.
I don't want to say that came from the Bible, but maybe because to my knowledge, they kind of wrote it as if it came from the Bible.
From the Bible, from my knowledge, it's husband, wife, not boyfriend, girlfriend. As I said, it's your boyfriend, he ain't supposed to eat for kids. I don't care what they're talking about. But husband, wife, but like I said, a lot of family members do blame their kids for their life. You know what I'm saying? Well, my life will be messed up because of you. But see, I wasn't the one that was a part of what you had to do.
Before I even came here, you created this situation.
Yeah, exactly. So, what do you want me to do about it? Basically. And there's some kids that can't stand it. And it's another thing, another touch subject I'm talking about here. Some parents can't stand their kids because of the daddy. And they look at their child like they are. They like the child is him.
Now, though, just to say in this age, what are two things you feel will bring families closer together?
Communication. And willpower is what I would say. Because somebody's got to be willing to come to the hood and actually, have that conversation and actually touch on those subjects and, you know what I'm saying, get through what happened in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Need to be open-minded.
Yeah, open-minded.
And then be able to actually have the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. They have to be open-minded because a lot of family members are dysfunctional, so they're not open-minded.
And there's no need to even go into the conversation if you're not going to have open-minded.
and sometimes touch those deep subjects because you got to be able to communicate on a real level and a deep level as well. Now, another thing I gotta ask you is, what if the family member doesn't agree to communicate? Then, so how are you supposed to get that balance? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't force anyone to do anything.
Yeah, absolutely right. But you know, we have some family members out there that they think they the mama, the daddy, the auntie, the uncle, the all that. You know, they feel like they're the boss, the controller.
Well, that go back to what you said about don't give them your energy. And
Yeah, exactly.
it's a little harder, of course, when you around the person consistently. You have no choice but to hear it. But to a degree, you still have to soak in some things and let some stuff roll off your shoulder.
Don't be afraid to communicate either. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people lose out on a lot of connections with their family because they're afraid to actually touch on certain subjects.
Definitely be mindful though of the person that you're talking to, because if you already
Yeah,
know
you
the kind of
do.
person that you're dealing with, then you kind of know a little bit about how to approach the situation. And if you're not sure on how to approach the
Okay.
situation, then you could possibly bring in someone else that knows how to deal with it a little better, or talk to
And
them
you're
and just kind
absolutely
of get in.
and you're absolutely right. Like I said, we have to basically be open to any and everything when it comes to family. Open, but you don't have to give them your energy. But you can be open to listen because everybody is obligated to give their opinion because this is a free country. So you're obligated to say what you want. But I don't have to live by it or feed off of it. Spoke on the negative, we spoke on the touchy, we then speak on the positivity.
Well, what I can say positively, which I don't feel like it was just all negative anyway.
Yeah, that's not talking about we touched on the certain ones.
Right. Well, the positive that I would say is just what I like is a lot of times that I don't like for it to have to come to this, but a lot of times when we kind of in the thick of stuff and stuff be going on, like a lot of times we kind of simmer down and be able to come together.
You're talking about like when someone dies in the family, that's when the family just come together on a positive note.
Yeah.
My issue too. I wish more families would come together on more of a unit instead of, like, and it not be a death in the family or
That part,
not
that's
be,
what I was trying to get you. Yeah.
you know, um,
That not wait till it's like a problem to then be able to sit down and come together and set aside differences. But even
yeah,
on a good day
absolutely.
when it's like supposed to be something that's good, sometimes everybody want to start feeling like they better than the other person and got their nose tooted up in the air, and it's like, nah, what's up?
Yes, those is absolutely right. But like I said, I wish more families come together. Hell, I wish my family would come together. Um, but you can't force people because everybody's an adult, so you can't force people to come together. They just have to come together on their own. And I hate when it takes a death or it either takes a sickness in the family for people to come and see each other.
Yeah, that's kind of why I feel like having to mom is just becomes like they wait to stuff going on, and then you want to kind of be like, well, reach out to me, but on a regular
Ain't
day,
they
like
love
y'all
you?
nowhere to be found, you know. So yeah, most definitely.
Ain't it always thinking about y'all gonna always be in my hearts. Call me anytime. You got my number, baby? You got
Mm-hmm.
my number?
Yep.
And
And
so I think more families need to. I think what keeps a family together is like, y'all need to. Sometimes you can get together and throw like a get together, like a little gathering, and then it just not be a special occasion. Like a barbie, like 4th of July or birthdays or something like that. It could be just a random day, and you just call the family members out and you be like, well, we're going to have a nice weekend. I want everybody to come down. We're going to have a good little get together. That'll keep families more knitted together. You know what I'm saying?
so the second thing you could say then would be to communicate more with the family.
Yeah, exactly. Communicating more, basically reaching out, being open-minded, being able to touch certain subjects due to the communication.
Right.
You think we touched on everything? There's anything you want to touch on that you wanted to speak on, something that's been sitting with you that you want to discuss, you know, um, basically something.
Me personally, I feel like in our family we can kind of do better when it comes to family history, because a lot of times you know nothing about your family history outside of the stuff that kind of come up when other stuff kind of come into play. So I think it's
Yes.
like knowing who you're kin to.
Mm.
Also knowing about medical history. Like a lot of times stuff that run in the family that you don't know about, though, to be honest with you, you can overcome anything. That's a whole other situation, whole other
Mhm.
conversation. But still, it's certain
Yeah,
things that still run in your
that's another
family.
story time.
Right, right. But it's still certain things that do run in your family that you could run into. So I think that's the thing. And yeah, just kind of learning how to be a little more authentic with each other. Because a lot of times you get around family members that are moved away, or that you see, and it's kind of like fraudulent energy, like you know.
And I would say another thing is this is not talking about family, you guys, but in it, my thing is start reaching out to people and actually communicating more because some people are not friendly people. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you got to learn how to actually open up. You know what I'm saying? And actually get to know people because they might be going through the same thing you're going through, or might been through it and can help you get through what you're going through. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like you want to be able to communicate with people of your youth. Basically, if you're in your 20s, you know, maybe connect with somebody in their late 20s
You
or
know
early
something?
30s, you
That's
know.
it's funny that you just said that. That's a good thing to touch on real quick. Why do you think like people our age don't really reach out to each other?
I think it's
Like
because
in
we
terms
probably
of like,
afraid of what a person might think. It's like we feel like a person might not give us the right information. We're gonna be like, oh, this person might be boring. You know, it's
I'm
just
talking
like
about even just like if you, for example, like you got people that you've been friends with on Facebook or people you've known from school, and like
mm-hmm.
y'all have each other information, but y'all don't ever reach out and talk to each other at all. Like, what's the
You
point of a Facebook friend? I still don't understand that.
okay, it's like this.
I
I
don't
would say I
understand.
think the friends is more so like clout. So it's like you want
Uh-huh.
friends on Facebook, but you like don't talk to them like that. But you want people to know that you got friends, you know. And it's
But
crazy. But I
out
think we
of
don't reach out because we don't feel like it's like some people are shy. They're not open. They're not. They're like they just want that person to make the person leave. You know what I mean?
but you got two people. It's people I know where like I think a lot of people closed off, and I had this conversation with with my friend, and it's kind of the same thing. It's like you you being a person who's not really open to talking to people, but you like talking to people, but you're not as friendly, quote unquote.
Hmm.
But if everybody go around the world being that way, then at one point in time do we come to like how we ever gonna make some of this? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everybody's
and
so
you.
closed off, and everybody feel like people out to get them. Everybody feel like somebody gonna come with some fake stuff or clout
Yeah,
chasing, as you just said, and like
that
so it's
goes
just like
to scoping. That goes to studying people. When they're around you, study their moves, their conversations and stuff like that.
well, yeah,
You
but
will know when a
that's the
person is a
thing,
positive influence when
right?
you can just study who they are. You
Right,
know what
right,
I
right.
mean?
But even that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can even see people who are positive people, and you want to like, hey, that's a person I would want to be friends with,
You like,
but
I
you
want to
still
gain
don't
energy
reach
from that
out
person. I
to
like
that
that
person,
energy.
right? And you know your
Yeah.
friends that you around ain't that great, but these other people you real talk, but these other people you don't want to reach out because of what? And I had to kind of get out of that um, mindset before I started reaching out to people like people who I was already cool with, just to say even years ago. And it's like so much can change in a couple of years, and it kind of make you iffy to even reach out to certain people.
And you're absolutely right. I would say this. I would say I'm still the same person, which I should have changed by now. But I'm still the same person. I'm very skeptical about friends. Like it's like if you've been my friend for years, that's the only friend I need. You feel me? Like, but
And
like I
that's
said,
not
I
always good.
recently
Sometimes you
I
can
have
know
a
you by
friend.
default.
You sure right. You right. You right. But it's crazy because it's like if you're my true friend, then of course you're going to give me those. I think what we get friends mixed up with is we think our friends aren't supposed to tell us the complete, honest truth about how they feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because it's like we want them to be on our side every single day about every single thing,
Yep,
but we don't want them to tell us the truth. You know what I mean?
for sure.
And I think it's crazy because it's like that's how I've always been. It's like if we friends, friends with me, it wasn't a big deal because I was like I liked being a loner. You know what I mean? Like I liked being by myself. So it was just like okay, if I find me a cool friend, it is what it is. If I don't, it is what it is.
For a long
But you
time, I
never hear
think I
people
really
saying
knew
I'm
what a
looking for
friend was.
friends.
And not people
Yeah,
who
me neither.
actually looking for friends. Like, people who say they looking for friends is they looking for friends, but they don't really want to be friends. You know what I'm saying?
Or they looking
That's
for a
not it.
nightcap friends.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
they looking for Netflix and chill friends.
right.
We got different type of friends now in this new millennium.
Exactly. So that's another thing too, where like lines get blurred. People who say they're your friend, but they
Yes.
want more too. I believe. So that's the thing. That's the thing.
Like I've had a particular friend for like a couple of years, and
Hmm.
it's crazy that it's been a couple of years because I didn't even know this. And she's basically a stud. Basically, you know what I mean. And so basically,
I would make that
I
you just
pause
keep
and
going
said
around
it.
it.
I was like, she's a stud. Okay. But yeah, she's a stud and she's cool. Very cool. We've been knowing each other for a couple years. We linked up and we actually connected like instantly, like electrons,
Hmm.
like a magnetic thing, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because it's like I thought, how when you meet somebody in person, you was like, oh, this person's not gonna be the same. Oh my goodness, And we hit it off so good. And the way I know that she's a good friend is that she made me feel comfortable before we even moved the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't just let me just get in and be uncomfortable and just riding around like, oh, you'll get comfortable sooner or later.
Yeah.
She just basically let me get comfortable, let me open up. We introduce ourselves properly, and she respects me as her friend and don't try to overstep their boundaries. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's why I keep her around as a friend because I know that she's a real good, genuine friend. I know that she basically we're gonna get a little ratchet here, okay, y'all understand? She's a rider. She's cool. She's a good friend, and she keeps me together mentally. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so that's another thing that I really respect. I have it's you, it's her, the people that I'm really close to. I would say that's the only two. You know what I mean? Well,
Hmm.
no, I can't forget May because she'd probably kill me if I forget her. Three friends that I'm really, really close to. I have friends, here and there, but people that's been there for me for a while, like you've been there for a very long time.
Hmm.
So of course we've had we've never really had an argument. We never really had difference. We had differences because
Hmm.
I'll be like, I'll come to her one minute and I'm going into this relationship, you know what I mean? And I'll be like, oh, I like this kid. I think she don't want. You feel me? And then you telling me your honest opinion, and I'm
Hmm.
like, double standard. And they're
Not
like,
one minute.
yeah, you know, like in particular, I would say that I take people, I hear people's advice, but I don't always take people's advice. You know what I mean?
That's
And
only
like right
that's only
now, I'm
human.
just
That's only human,
focusing.
right though.
You hear me? And so basically, right now, I'm just focusing on what Ari wants. I almost looked at my real name. If we would actually find people in our element that we could connect with, this is the reason why I was telling you, Shay, that we need to open up. I need to open my line back up because
Hmm.
that's how I got to know a lot of people from a lot of different ethnicities, a lot of different cities, countries. We learned, we met a lot of people. We got to know a lot of people. Not in the right aspect, probably, but I got to know a lot of people.
Yeah, it gets a little weird sometimes.
I did. It was weird, but it's weird. It's different, and it's profoundly new. You know what I mean?
You got good weird, and you got weird weird. You know. So.
Yeah, you know somebody weird, like some.
Yes.
You know, we're not gonna go into that, but we're gonna basically say that you got to get out there, people, and get to know somebody. Get to know somebody. It don't have to be on a sensual note. It could be just on a friendly note. You just want to get to know somebody real, somebody you can actually come to and talk to your problems about, and you know they're not gonna talk to nobody else about it. Right. Just be careful with the company you keep. You know what I'm saying? Because in this world, it's all about getting to know people, making friends, and having fun and living your life. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, if your family member be like, oh, I don't like her, I think she just too quiet, you need to watch her, and that's how you lose some friends. Because your family member told you that this person not for you, this person not a good friend. You feel me? But in your mind, you said she not your since your mama said it, because some people think, well, mama say gold, and mama say it's golden, and sometimes what mama say ain't true. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Now, we're not talking about y'all mamas out there, so don't take it personal. Because some people be like, my mama always right. Like they mama ain't you. Like, my mama always right. You know? And so, basically, at the end of the day, you will know whether it comes to a physical attraction, whether it comes to a mental attraction, whether it comes to an emotional attraction, if someone is really for you. You know what I'm saying? Some people come into your life and it's tricky. Some people come into your life mentally, and you don't know about it. You feel me? It's like you know they cool, but for some reason they always being so deep, and you be like, I don't want to hear that, man. You talk about too much, because it's something that touches you, but you want to shadow it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. It's funny you just said that, because that's the same conversation I just had with my friend. And that was the thing, like I was explaining to her, just at the time that I met her, like I was going in I don't want to say a downward spiral, but I was just living life. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, there's those kind of conversations she would bring up, and like I wasn't trying to hit, you know. But she was right, you know, most definitely. And now when we sit down and have the same conversation, you know, it's just like, he was right. I was kind of basically everything he was saying in the moment. You should be doing this. You need to be doing that. You said you want to do this. You need to be. I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like the same thing that I'm trying not to keep hearing. You know, so exactly. It's kind of like the getaway was not the getaway. You know what I mean? But that goes back to having friends who gonna just tell you the truth and not what you want to hear.
Exactly. Absolutely. Like me, I think my problem is, and like I said, we're not talking about family no more, we're just randomly having conversations. Y'all been talking about everything. But basically, my problem is I won't allow myself, and I know I'm going to talk to somebody, I'm going to speak to somebody out there because they feeling the same way I am. I won't allow happiness to find me. I won't allow happiness to enter my safe haven, which is my heart. I won't allow it.
I won't say I'm no longer at that point where I just won't allow it. I'm not going to say that. But for so long, I didn't understand why or what was the problem as to why I could never find somebody that I actually wanted to deal with.
Yeah.
And that goes back to what I was telling Deja, was just like, two hurt people can't help each other. So you start going to people who go through the same stuff you go through, looking for comfort, but y'all ain't gonna really make it.
They can't comfort you because they still hurting, so they need comfort as well. It's just like two sick people actually shouldn't mesh, because it's like, if I need help, I'm sick and you sick, who gonna help us? We still need a nurse at the end of the day. You feel me? Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, I know it sounds kind of messed up, but it's really true. Because see, just like a doctor is supposed to help the patient because the doctor is healthy. He's helping the patient because he's going to administer these drugs to this patient. that they need to heal, but the doctor is healed. The doctor is safe. He is healthy as hell, but the patient is not. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to play in your adult life or in your, what would I say? And the romance sense, it's like this. Or in dating, in the dating sense, it's like if I'm with someone that has no legs, let's say for instance, and I have no legs, how we're going to help each other? You know what I'm saying? We still need a nurse at the end of the day.
Now, it is some things with their special occasions, and the only way, like I was saying, that this is going to work is if both of y'all are willing to change and already see the problem within yourself, and already working on dealing with yourself. Because if you don't even know that you got a problem, and then if you don't even know that they got a problem, and you keep just going through the cycle, and then it kind of like y'all gonna end up bumping heads, because when the other one start growing and seeing, okay, I don't want to be sad and depressed no more. Like this, we need to kind of be on a common level, on some other plane, and not on depression. Like we need to learn how to be healthy together.
And those of you, now I think I'm talking to somebody else here. Those of you who are in a relationship, now listen, in a relationship, keep the relationship happy. You feel me? Like at least go on a date like every 2 weeks or something, or however times y'all get paid, do something nice. Sometimes it could be a simple date. Sometimes it could be an extravagant date. Sometimes it could be a house date, a car date, or whatever, a park date, you know? Be spontaneous, please. Because this is how a lot of relationships fail. A lot of marriages feel like this too, because they don't date no more. They feel like once I'm married, that's it. I don't need to date no more. We don't need to have no fun no more, because we did it. We did the vows. We walked down the aisle. We walked over the threshold. We jumped over the threshold, walked over it, whatever, and that's it. And so, like I said, a lot of my relationships failed because I wasn't accustomed to having fun. You know, I wanted to be this boring, at-home person, and I didn't want to have no fun. I was like, I'm doing this right now. I'm reading my book. Sometimes put your book down and enjoy your partner. You know what I mean? It's like we want our partner to do everything we want to do, but we don't want to do what they want to do. You know what I mean?
That part.
They want to go camping, and we like, oh, well, I heard to get sweaty. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was going to just say. I hear that more so on women's side than I hear even on men's side. A lot of times, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. They can come up with every excuse, but as soon as they want you to go over here and go over there, you're supposed to do exactly what they want you to do when they want you to do it.
Exactly. I would say it like this. Like I said, if my partner want to go skating and I know I don't know how to skate, that's when you that's why you flirt with your partner still. You still have that flirty. Because some people can look.
Being taught to do something. That's part of it too.
Yeah.
Y'all learn from each other all the time.
Exactly. And then sometimes people, instead of people cheating, why don't you flirt with your partner? Turn your partner on. Make your partner feel good. You feel me? How about, you know what I'm saying, like the statement is, you know what I'm saying, basically, I could be your girl, your side piece, your outlet. I could be all that in one. You feel me? At the end of the day, I could be your Angela. I could be your Jessica. I could be your Maria. I could be your whatever. That's what they make wigs for. You feel me? At the end of the day, just change your scene up. I'm talking about the other type of wigs. Y'all follow me here. But at the end of the day, so listen, this is like really a serious tip though, for real. Because in one of my relationships, it didn't work out, you feel me? But we did go on dates. We did. We went on a date every other week. We went on a date. Sometimes it helped us get to know each other more too. I found out she was crazy, but I found out that she was also a very intellectual person. I found out that she was very goal driven. You know what I'm saying? I found out a lot of things about her. And like I said, I'm not going to bash her because I was dating her once. I'm not going to bash somebody that I dated. I have done that before, you guys, and I have learned from it. saying is,
Mm-hmm.
I want people to be successful and allow your partner to be successful. Stop acting like they got more than you. I think I said something.
Yeah, that's
Stop
people.
acting like they, like they're so inferior. At the end of the day, be your partner's cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually to push them on and cheer them on in whatever they do. Because you never know. They might become successful in whatever that is.
And just like you said about people belittling their kids, people belittle their partner too, though.
Oh my gosh, what?
As
It's
if
so
they're,
many people.
and then also, hold on, wait, because their statement, I was just about to say, why are you talking to me like I'm your child? See, from that same
Yeah.
aspect, you shouldn't even be talking to your child like they a piece of trash off the street.
Somebody, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Treat your child with respect. Because a child deserves respect too. Because a
Yes,
kid has feelings as
yes,
well. This is what people
yes,
don't get, and we're gonna go back to the family dynamic with this.
yes.
People don't get that a child deserves respect as well as an adult deserves respect. As well as you will give your man respect, give your child the same type of respect. But see, this is the thing. Kids have feelings that we don't even acknowledge. You know what I mean? And then kids have thoughts that we don't know nothing about. But that's what it comes to play in. Sit your child down and talk to them like a human being and listen to how they feel. Because you will be amazed, and it's so touching when kids actually used to tell me how they feel and what makes them feel this way. Kids will tell you everything that's going on in their household that disturbs them if you just allow them to speak, have a voice.
Some of them don't even, people they don't even know. They just come up to them and just get to talking.
Yeah, exactly. And I love it when kids talk to me. I don't want just kids randomly come up to me, but in society, people think that was weird.
Yeah.
But I've been a voice for kids, for adults. You know what I'm saying? For marriages. At the end of the day, kids are human. They have feelings, they have emotions, they have thoughts, they have pain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some kids are so mentally disturbed that they don't even feel like they're beautiful. And they are kids, and it breaks my heart for kids to come to me and say that. For a kid to say, I'm not beautiful because I have dreads. I'm not beautiful because my hair is short. My hair is too long, and people feel like I think I'm too much, and all of this. It was a little girl. She was so beautiful. I remember seeing it on Facebook, and she committed suicide because she didn't feel pretty. You feel me? And it hurt me so bad because it took me back to my childhood, how I used to feel. People would think that I thought I was pretty because I dress up, and you know what I'm saying, and because I always take pictures. But deep down inside, I didn't feel beautiful from within. You know what I mean? I didn't know who I was, and I couldn't find out who I was. It took me years and years and years to find out who I really was. And it took me years and years and years to know self-worth.
That part.
And now my comfortability is sitting in my little tights and my little top and put my little bonnet on and chill in the house. That's my comfort zone. You feel me? I love to dress, yes, but my comfort zone is being inside because at the end of the day, I think it's another thing. I'm so used to keeping myself closed in that I don't, allow myself to even see the fresh air, feel the fresh air, see the outside, because it's like I was so closed in my mind, mentally, you feel me, that I feel like my four walls would protect me from the outside world. And like I said, at the end of the day, I know it's very touchy.
I used to
but
feel like that, and then one day I looked at the door and I said that it's nothing.
yeah, because this is a big world, and whether we want to or not, we have to step knee deep into it. That's in one of my poems. I think you probably remember it. But if whether you want to or not, you have to step knee deep into life and life, the way it throws at you. And just like me, I want to learn how to drive, but my fear won't allow me to. You feel me? But I want to learn. It's just that it's the fear in it. And like you don't supposed to have fear in nothing but God. You feel me? That's the only person supposed to fear. But we fear things because we're taught to fear things. Even as an adult, we're taught to fear things. I fear dogs because I fear dogs. I never liked them anyway. but basically, sorry for y'all animal lovers out there. I'm not trying to touch on this subject. But basically, at the end of the day, I fear relationships because somebody taught me that. You feel me? Like, they taught me that people ain't really about it in my mind. You feel me? Like, so, relationships ain't nothing. But that's what I was taught through other people. You know what I'm saying? And then I was taught to, fear, like I said, fear certain things. Fear success. Fear all this. You feel me? I was taught that from people that I dated. You feel me? And see, that's why I say you can't let your past relationships cloud your future, because at the end of the day, the past is the past. Leave it in the past. Don't let your past even try to seep through to your future, because they will see and they will peek, trying to see if they can come steal some more stuff from you. They be like, okay, let me take some more stuff. Maybe I can take some more of that youth from them. Because I took it last time. And then I want to touch another subject. Let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever been in a relationship with someone and you didn't even remember how many years it was, or how many months it was, or how many days it was, because you was just like, I didn't like the relationship, period. So it's like, was it 2 years? Was it 3 years? Was it 1 year? Was it 2 years?
Look, how you said that finger going up in the air, that hand going up.
Me, church finger. Me.
Yes, it did, because it was just so draining mentally. That was
exactly.
the problem.
Exactly. That's what I want to say.
For no
the
reason.
mental drainage of relationships.